Good evening. Let's see what happened to the BSC. It's already up by how much percent? It is up by 16% in a single day. Weightage is 7.55%. The weightage of that particular capital markets. Do we have futures on it? Yes, we do have futures on it. FNO PCR is 1.18. Let's see. So where do we start? Do we start? I'm on 1 hour. Do we start at the highest of the peak? Yes, we have to start on the highest of the peak. And which one is the highest here? So let me select this and let me make this 6133.4 and let me see whether it is, this is 6047. So this is second highest. And what happened here? MACD. I will remove the MACD and I will put awesome oscillator so as it can give you a clear picture. Okay. So we have one higher low here and we have a highest peak here, and the highest peak is met with the divergence. So where is the divergence? Divergence from this to this, divergence from this to this, excuse me, divergence from this to this, divergence from this to this. Okay, so we had a clear cut divergence. What else we had? When we had a divergence, what else we had? We had a clear cut break of elevated trend. This is called elevated trend. Yes, it is elevated trend. And this is also called an elevated trend. Yes, it is an elevated trend. First it broke this. After that the market went almost in a sideways. So this is called an elevated trend. Somebody asked me, do you repeat the same thing? Yes, we know that. We can repeat it, no issues. Okay. So how do you understand this is going to stop here? How do you understand this is going to stop here? Do you have an answer? Okay. Let's go to 15 minutes and see how do you understand it is going to stop over there. Impulse, correction, impulse. Then ABC. Impulse, correction, impulse. Do you understand this? I didn't say it is 1, 2, this is 3, this is 4, and this is 5. No, I didn't say that. What I did is that you have an impulse, you have correction, you have impulse, you have impulse, uh, you have correction, you have impulse, you have correction. Simple as that. No drama. When this peak, when it made impulse, correction, impulse, this peak has to be the longest one in order to impulse, correction, impulse. This peak. When we understand that this peak is larger than this peak, there is a divergence in it. Once when we understand the divergence, we have a trade setup which is called trade setup. How it works? It works in this way. Once this breaks 3 candles, previous candles, this is a hammer, almost hammer, this is a doji inside bar, this is a red inside bar, this is a small bullish harami inside bar. Once this is ignored, we have a buy setup here. What is the target? Target is this or this. You don't know that. You exactly don't know that. So how do you forecast the target will be here? Well, we have methods for that. And that method we ensure using Bill Williams alligator. Now, I am sorry, I'll use it here now. 1 second. Now tell me, do you have a sell setup here? It is below decision and below 200. Yes, we do have a sell setup here. It made to this low. Yes. Then what we have? We have a counter move towards the 200. Do we trade that counter move towards 200? The answer is no. We are not going to trade it. But when it breaks the decision, this pivot, we are selling it and we are booking next to it. Then again we have a counter move. Do we have? The decision is here. So when the price closes below the all three alligators, we sell shorts and it comes here. It makes one pivot, then goes back, and when it enters this green, when this enters the green, we know that there is a divergence between these two peaks. We know that there is a divergence when this enters in a green. I am on 5 minutes, remember this. When this enters this green, so we will cover back our shorts. Or we put the stop here, that's all. Trailing stop exit. From this to this. Now what happens when it comes out of fit? We have a flag, we buy, we go to 200. We have a flag, we buy, about 200 we make. Then it comes back and green and it bounces and it creates a sideways market. It doesn't make a new high until this gap up. At this point we know that it is going to retouch this, so there is a supply line here. So we will look for the short sell. So what happens when you use a logical understanding and an indicator? Basically, without indicator, it's a logical understanding. You are doing a logical business here. Okay? But when you put the indicator, the safety of your trade increases by threefold. By threefold in the sense, when you take a trade, you know for sure that it is going to give you the profit. When you enter the trade, you know for sure that it will give you the minimum profit of 5% of your invested contract value. Suppose if you are selling a futures here, you do know that it gives you 5% on your investment. For example, if this is 2 lakh rupees a contract, it will give you 8 to 10,000 rupees. That means 5,000 rupees, 5% is minimum. That is why the indicator based method, this is what I am teaching. This is what I teach in the classroom. And when you see this, both the lines, they are contracting here. But without indicator, you will not know whether there is a divergence here between these two. So, education, what you take, is going to have a certain degree of accuracy. If you don't know any pattern, if you don't know any business, that means you don't know whether you are going to make money or you don't know whether you are going to lose the money, then that is not called trading, that is called gambling. You are not here to gamble. The moment we do it, okay, we did this. This is an inclined this thing. Once it breaks here, we know that it's going to go sideways. Make a new high, gave us a pivot here, we sold, it came back and triggered, we survived this pivot, then it broke this and it came. And each and every time when you enter, you know very well ahead of everyone that your stop is this and your take profit is this. Without knowing that, if you are trading today, I will tell you, maybe I will request you to not to do that, because you are not high net worth individual. Those who are having around about more than 6 crores, 10 crores, they don't hold a stock which is more than which is less than around about 10 lakh rupees or 5 lakh rupees each stock, they don't hold less than 5 lakh rupees. If they put the money, they know that they are going to get around 40% or they are going to get around 50% return on that. They hold it, they sit on it. This is how this trading as a business, as a profession works. And if you think, say if you think that, oh no, we are not going to do all those things, we want money every day, then you must have a concrete foundation in the as an educated trader. You want to make money? Yes, you can make money every single day. Yes, every single day. I'll tell you, every single day you can make money. The only thing is, the only criteria is how much you are aware of the market behavior, how much you know the market, and which stocks, which futures contract, which option contract you need to select to make money. You want to make money? Yes, you want to make money. I know that. But how you will do it? How you will accomplish your goals? See, there is a one thing I'll tell you. If you don't have a goal in your life, you will work for somebody else. But if you have a goal in your life, then you will work for yourself. That's how it is. You have to think before you put the single penny in the market. Again, very simple logic. We don't sell at the peak. No, we don't sell at the peak. We want the pivotal to break here. We broke here. We came to 200. It came below. It opened here. It went flat, and then it went flat, and then it came. See, how do we make money? How are you doing now? See, it went flat. 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 It went flat, and finally it came back and closed above here. So we are going to exit the trade from this particular point of time, from 5709. You are almost going to take an exit at 4461. Tell me, who's stopping you to take the profit in this market? Who's stopping you? The only way somebody is going to stop you is you yourself, by not understanding the market structure, by not understanding the market behavior, by not accepting the very fact that you need to trade with a known pattern. You cannot enter unknown patterns. It is absolutely not possible. Alright, so let's see. Somebody said that, yeah, you put one more video like that. Okay, I'll put it. Persistent system. Let's see what happens to it. Let me hide an indicator for this for a moment, and let me go to the daily. Where it is persistent, how persistent it is. Let me bring the indicator. Now tell me why I should not sell. Okay, it is very dirty. These are very high fluctuations, but we can sell from here, we can sell below here, or we can sell once it closes below, we can sell it for the next downward. Okay, so this is how, when you have some guiding system. I will go to 1 hour and I'll hide a indicator. Now tell me, I will show you very simple. You have an impulse, you have correction, and you have an impulse, and once when it breaks this, it's going to go down again, shoot back, go down, shoot back, go down, shoot back, go down. Then we have a gap from here. This is more volatile actually. It's a very high volatile subject. In this case, what happens when you join a training course paying 85,000 rupees? We will give you the alternate method also. We don't give you Fully, no, no, we have taught you candlestick and all those things. No, no, no. It's not like that. It's here. The alternative method is here. You must be very sure when you are selling a futures contract that this is indeed a final nail on the stock before you make a final. This is the final nail on the stock that it is going down, it is going down, it is going up, it is going up. That's all. So in this, we go to the 5 minutes and we understand this indicator, and we teach you how to trade this point and figure. These point and figures are not a trading subjects, but they are a decision making subject. Below 200, below this pivot, yes, you sell short and you're going to make money. But it is still very high volatile subjects. Like here, when it dropped here, then it started making a contraction here. So it made up this, and then it went to the decision making. Then from there it fell again you are going to sell it. So they here what happens in point and figure, see the numbers here. Can you see the numbers? It's 12.5 point. The script is 5,500 rupees. 12.5 point in the sense, and the reversal, if this has to, from red it has to go to green, excuse me, it has to reverse 3 times. The reversal is 3 times. That means the minimum 37.5 point price has to rise from that particular level in order to call it as a reversal, and then the green will be printed. Otherwise green won't print. If that price does not come, it won't print. For example, it is a 12.5 point reversal, right? So if for example, if price goes up by 30 points, it won't print green. It will remain red. Even the price goes to 36 points, it won't print green. It will remain red. Only specific price structure is broken, then only it will print the green. So what is the idea behind it? The idea behind it is very simple, my friends. That point and figure will filter out the noise in the market. It will basically filter out the noise in the market. Whatever the noise you are seeing, noise in the sense sometimes it goes up, sometimes it comes down, and sometimes it makes a lot of sideways move. So this point and figure will help you to ignore the noise and take a decision. That decision is going to give you the benefit out of the trades that you take. Now, is it only point and figure? No, no, there is the Renko. You can also see the Renko here. I will remove the this thing. Now you can see the Renko. Of course, in Renko, you have a different, see, for example, in candlestick, this is the highest. Okay, let me show you this. In candlestick, this will become the highest. But Renko, we are looking at 5 minute, which is a reprinting chart. Renko is a reprint, it reprints the chart. So this becomes the highest in Renko. Okay. So you need to have the complete guidelines. We will teach you on Renko, we will teach you on point and figure, and we will let you know. For example, when this came up to here, this bottom is reached. So that means this entire move is ignored. That means पूरा जो ऊपर गया था वो नीचे आ गया ना यार. हाँ, तो रेनको में पुल बैक कितना होता है? Each brick, Renko has got a only brick system, each brick. For example, if the Renko here, what happens? Here, say for example, this brick is 12.5 point. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 bricks. That means almost it went up to 50 points. The moment we see that the next reversal brick is formed, that is at 15.25 on 30th December. Okay. Let me highlight that because it's important to highlight. Let me take this. So the moment this bar, the moment that bar printed, we are going to sell short and we are going to put the stop on 6633 and we are going to sell on the below of that bar, that is 6650. 6641, I think. One second, let me check it correctly. 6,662.5 is a stop, and we are going to sell below 6,637.5. Say we have a 40-point stops here, and when you put the this thing, you see that Renko basically it meets the downward trend here. The trend has already begun. So these opportunities, you can take benefit of these opportunities, and you can make the benefit of these. And once they are made, see, it's a flag, yeah. It's almost like a flag. Suppose let me go back to candlestick, and let me show you where it is. Come back. Okay. No, no. 1 second, please. I'll save it here. Okay. So from this top, we were looking at this top. So let me get that correctly. Yeah, we were looking somewhere here. Yes. Yeah, the Renko bar was something like this. This was the Renko bar. 6702 is a high, and the low is 6456, and you are going to sell it here. Okay. So this is how you are going to get the entries, very stable entries. And when you see here from this point of view, this shows very nearest to high, but this is the high of the peak. Okay. So we will give you every kind of tools to handle and make profit out of the market. These tools will help you. See, this is very high, persistent is very high speculation. Because of the high value stock, the booms are it's very boomy, like up and down, up and down, up and down is very high. Okay. So let's see. Okay, for those who are trading options, so let me get the option very clearly here. Let me get this. I will show you how to trade the option. Okay, we are looking this. If this holds, then this is going up to 23,699. That's what we are looking. So now let me go to the options here. Now PCR is 0.78. IV change is point this thing, whatever it is. Okay. Now, okay, let's go here in this way. Here I will come to a create a strategy. Okay. So what we are going to do is we are going to 23,700. We are going to short sell the 23,000 call 700, and we will try to buy 23,800 as a call, and that means we are going to make some. Okay, so 3rd April 23,700 we are going to buy 800, and we are going to sell 23,700. So what is the premium here? 1,601 rupee we are going to get with the investment of how much? 45,000 rupees. That is not even 3%. Not anyway, this is going to be hedge benefit. Okay. Now what happens if we go for the something spot market, for example this market? Okay. Like we sell, let's say we sold at the money call, and we bought out of the money call. Okay, we bought out of the money call. हमने 23,700 लिया, कॉल परचेज किया, हमने 23,500 कॉल सेल किया, हमें यहाँ क्रेडिट स्प्रेड मिलता है. ओके, इसमें आपको ये है, चलो ये दिखाते हैं. ठीक है, इट इज़ सी. यहाँ पे आपको जो मिल रहा है 23,700. सो वी आर बाइंग ए कॉल हियर, एंड वी आर सेलिंग 23,500 का कुछ हम लोग कॉल सेल कर रहे हैं, एट द मनी कॉल सेल कर रहे हैं, सो वी विल गेट अ क्रेडिट स्प्रेड. हाउ मच मनी आई एम गोइंग टू मेक? 23,500 का एट द मनी कॉल को मैं 139 रुपीज़ 70 पैसा में बेचता हूँ. 23,700 का मैं कॉल को 53 रुपीज़ 55 पैसे में खरीदता हूँ. व्हाट इज माई इन्वेस्टमेंट माई फ्रेंड्स? 55,621 रुपीज़ 80 पैसा. हेज बेनिफिट मिलता है, ठीक है, वो गया. व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू मेक? 6,461 रुपीज़. दिस इज द रीजन वाई यू सी ए हाई ओपन इंटरेस्ट. वो 200 पॉइंट के ऊपर, 300 पॉइंट के ऊपर आपको हाई ओपन इंटरेस्ट मिलता है, बिकॉज प्रोफेशनल्स सेल दिस कॉल, sell at the money call. Suppose at the money call if increases also, it doesn't matter, there is an IB which is going to give us this money. ठीक है, समझ में आ रहा है? तो you have to understand when you are trading options. तो हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं, ऑप्शन को ब्लाइंडली ट्रेड मत करो. सपोज इफ यू आर एन ऑप्शन बायर, लेट अस से यू आर ओनली एन ऑप्शन बायर. लेट मी सी यहाँ पे क्या है. दिस इज 23,800 हाईएस्ट कॉल, 66.4 lakhs. देन सेकेंड इज 67.3 lakhs, 23,600 को. पुट इज 30 lakh 28,000. यहाँ पे पुट इज 13 lakhs. लेट्स सी 67 lakh पुट बेचा है यहाँ पे कि somebody 23,500, there is a put has been sold 67 lakh 38,000. यहाँ पे क्या करेंगे? विच डिसीजन यू आर गोइंग टू टेक, वेदर यू आर गोइंग टू बाय द कॉल और वेदर यू आर गोइंग टू सेल द कॉल या बाय द पुट. पुट बाय करेंगे. पीसीआर तो मालूम हो गया आपको, यहाँ पे है पीसीआर का स्टोरी. टीटा कितना है, गामा कितना है, डेल्टा कितना है, आपको पर लॉट पे कितना रिस्क टू रिवार्ड 1.382 एंड ब्रेक इवन के लिए 23,581 चाहिए क्लोजिंग पे. सो दीज आर थिंग्स यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड बिफोर यू इवन गो फॉर अ प्रैक्टिसिंग ऑफ दिस थिंग. हम लोग क्या करते हैं, व्हाट वी टेल ट्रेडर्स टू फॉलो द पैटर्न. फॉलो द पैटर्न का मतलब है, मैं अभी आपको यहाँ पे 23,500 का एक कॉल का मैं आपको यहाँ से 23,400, तो यहाँ पे आया है तो 23,500 का कॉल का मैं आपको पैटर्न दिखाता हूँ. फॉलो द पैटर्न, दैट्स ऑल. इट इज ऑन 5 minutes. ठीक है, आप 3 minutes में भी ट्रेड करो या 5 minutes में ट्रेड करो, इट इज वन एंड द सेम. व्हाट यू सी हियर, फर्स्ट इज ब्रोकन. यहाँ पे पिवट ब्रेक किया, इट मेड हियर, फ्रॉम हियर इट मेड सर्टन पॉइंट्स नियर टू 200, नीचे आया. देन इट डिडंट गो. देन व्हाट इज योर डिसीजन, यू नीड टू गेट आउट हियर. अगर वो नहीं जा रहा है, इफ इट इज नॉट गोइंग मोर देन 3 minutes, तो यहाँ पे हमारा जो डिसीजन था, इट इज 237 रुपीज 65 पैसे पे, एंड वी नीड टू एग्जिट एट 272 रुपीज. Here we need to exit at here or here, somewhere here we need to exit, because it is taking too much of time. That means the market is killing the time. It has taken too much of time, that is market is killing the premium. So we suggest pattern based. यहाँ पे actually it is not a trading system, but still you are going to make around 30 to 40 points. 40 पॉइंट्स भी आप अगर एक लॉट पे बनाते हो, दैट्स मनी. बट देयर इज वन रिक्वायरमेंट, क्राइटेरिया. यू आर गोइंग टू ट्रेड अगेंस्ट द 200. दैट इज नॉट एडवाइज्ड. दैट इज नॉट एडवाइज्ड until you practice more than 1 year. Until you have a practice of more than 1 year, you cannot trade against the trend, because you don't know where to book the profit. You don't know how to book the profit, because your brain do not process that decision making. It keeps on hoping. I hope I get under 10 points. I hope I get under 5 points. That is not acceptable. Until you become professional, until you practice 1 year, you cannot trade against the trend. 200 is dominant trend here. Yes, 200 is dominant trend here. What happened here? When it went, we got this entire move down. When it went down here, we got this entire move down, and what we did is that we made money in puts. We bought the put, we booked it. We bought the put, we booked it. For you, buying a put would be more benefit because it is against the 200. Okay? Buying put will give you more because the speed. You see the speed here? Da, 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 da. It is more than sufficient for you. This speed is important, and here the speed is not there. Speed is very slow. The candles are overlapping each other. See, here the candles are overlapping each other. Here the candles are separated and it is in the speed. That is the money you want to make. And that is how the education is important for anyone to trade. That is how the education, see the speed here. See, there is a overlap, there is a speed, there is a small overlap, there is a small overlap, and it's done. Once it crosses this, then they started making small pullback, छोटा pullback दिया, फिर छोटा pullback दिया, खत्म हो गया वो. There is a method we teach you. There you make money. You trial the stop or you make money. For example, if I want to buy this, I say I put in a let's say I put in a this thing. I place in a okay. Order is it? Fund say okay, fine. Sorry. Suppose if I put in a buy here, I have a trailing stop, I have a take profit also. So both should be very clear in the mindset. Okay. All right. I hope this gives you a very clarity on the education system, and if you are convinced that you can get your own earnings from the market, and if you are convinced that you will have a very decent understanding on the market, then you can look to join an April batch where you will get a lot of understanding. You can trade any stocks, equity, commodities, anything. Commodities behave little different than equity because they are very there is a lot of gaps because of we close at night 11 o'clock and we open at morning 9 o'clock. So international commodity market exchange rates and the rupee value, all that is counted in the commodity. The currency exchange and everything is counted in the commodity. Let's see. Okay. All right then. Thank you.